Coming to you live from my studio. My name is Ayden, and this is the Ayden Jackson Show. Guys, back at it again. I really enjoy doing this show, and last week I didn't have any topics to start with. I just kind of came up with them, as you guys know. Today's episode, I have topics already in mind, and I plan on finishing the season out through the rest of this year. Season 2 will start next year. So it'll be 9 or 10 episodes this season. Next season will probably be longer. So I'll let you guys know that. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Before we do, just want to let you guys know, if you search this podcast, it is now listed on IMDb, and I'm listed. I have all the credits, a few different credits. Pretty cool. So you search this podcast on Google, that'll show up. I just, when I, find out about certain things, different ways people can discover me, it makes me happy, so I like to share about it. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get into our topics. So, last episode, we talked about, I told you about a new movie that was going to be coming out called Lady Ballers. Came out. I watched it. Watched it on Sunday, a couple of days after it came out. It was really good. I really liked it. It's rated TV 14, so don't watch it if you're under 14, I'd say. I mean, there's some inappropriate jokes and stuff, and a little bit of bad language, but overall, the message of it is pretty important in today's day and age. Basically, that men should not compete in women's sports. Biological men should not compete in women's sports. And biological women shouldn't compete in men's sports, even though the opposite is happening more. Biological men are competing in women's sports because they know they can win. Every study you look at will show that even a man who places last in men's sports will beat women in women's sports. So it shouldn't be controversial for me to be saying that, but that's just how it is. That's why they need to be separate, because it's not fair. It's a really good movie. I really enjoyed seeing these in-ears drive me nuts sometimes. I really enjoyed seeing Matt Walsh's character. His character's name was Chris, and he played a hippie who loved to hug people and stuff. So it was funny, because that's complete opposite of who he is in real life. It's just funny seeing people be put outside of their comfort zone. So to play a role like that, it's funny. I really enjoyed that. He actually made it kind of believable. So it was entertaining. And at the end of the film, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but it turns out to be good. And, they realize pretending to be women is not good. And if you're born a man, you're not a woman. And it's pretty obvious if you're a man or a woman, or, male or female. It's pretty obvious. You should look up the definitions and stuff. Anyways, we get into our next topic in a second. But before I do that, let me tell you about Coffee Brand Coffee. This episode is brought to you by Coffee Brand Coffee. Coffee Brand Coffee is an amazing coffee company. They offer 12 delicious coffee blends from areas all over the world. They also sell tea and hot cocoa. All their coffee is hand roasted to order, and they just released their holiday gift boxes. Click the link down below to order some amazing coffee and use the discount code AydenJackson for 10% off your entire order. That's discount code AydenJackson for 10% off your entire order. Coffee's seriously amazing, guys. Let's get back to the episode. Okay, we are back. So our next topic is one I saw the other day on Twitter. There's a lot of companies, or it's called X now. There's a lot of companies pulling ads off of Twitter, or X, as it's known now. And it's just because of Elon Musk. I don't know why people don't like him. Companies, I don't really understand. I mean, he disagrees with them, but that's no reason to pull ads. Anyways, a lot of companies are putting ads on Twitter or X. Even though these companies are pulling ads. So, yeah. But anyways, Elon Musk, he kind of went off on the CEO of Disney. I don't really, I try to keep my language good on this podcast. He told him to go F himself, and really just anybody that's acting the way he is. Disney's pulled ads from X. I think Walmart has. A bunch of brands have, and, I don't really understand it. I don't think Elon Musk understands it. I mean, everybody knows it's just because of disagreement with views and stuff. It's stupid. But anyways, Daily Wire, I believe they're now spending a lot of money to run ads, and a few other companies. So that's good that they're doing that, and I just think it's stupid for companies to pull ads off a social media platform because they disagree on their views. Target's probably done the same. And these companies all have pretty crazy views that you shouldn't have to begin with. Don't even get me started about some of these companies like Target. Anyways, if you like to be on the podcast or request someone to be on, watch this little video here. Would you like to be a guest on my podcast or request us to have a guest on my podcast? Go to aydenjackson.com/podcast to learn more. That's aydenjackson.com/podcast to learn more. Let's get back into the episode. Okay. That's pretty much it for topics that I can think of. I do want to say I have music I'm working on, but try to have it released soon. Hopefully, if I don't, this song will have to wait till next year. Hopefully, I can get it done. I really want to. I need music to release. And you guys, I owe you guys music. Anyways, if you like this show, please let me know. Leave a comment if you're able to on the platform you're listening or watching on. And click the link down below to leave me a message if you like to, a voice message. And I may play it on the show, as long as it's appropriate and you're not using crazy language or anything. Try to keep my language good on this podcast, just because you don't really know who's listening, and I don't want to sound crappy on my podcast. Back when I would podcast a few years ago, old podcasts I had, my language would sometimes get bad, but I don't really want to be that person. So, um, anyways, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. Really enjoyed sitting here talking. This podcast used to be called Talk with Ayden. I talk, but I like the Ayden Jackson Show better. I just feel like it fits me better. It's my name. I just feel like it fits me better. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for the episode. I've said that a few times already. Let me know how you like my haircut. And yeah, let me know how you like the quality. Every couple weeks I mess around with the audio if I think something could use improvement. So I've been doing that. Been trying to wear these in-ears just to allow me to monitor myself a little more. I don't really need to because I got the audio levels all under control. So let me know. And yeah, remember, you'd like to be on the podcast, request us to have someone, let me know as well. I would love to have some people on my podcast. I've been researching on doing that, and I'd love to do that. So let me know. Anyways, I think on IMDb you might be able to leave a review. My name is Ayden, and this has been